it's hard because that's, you know what I'm saying, for me, I feel like I lost out on so much money just as being a marketable person. You know what I'm saying? I'm very well, I can represent myself where I can go speak to people and stuff like that, but at the same time, when they see me looking like this, they don't want to give me no money to be in the front of the Wheaties box.
Young people listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all listen to this.
It's cool, like it's cool and it's fun and all that. It's dope for the culture and all that shit, but the culture ain't feeding you. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna put no money in your pocket. That clout ain't. I mean, like I got kids. I got 4 kids, and when they look at me, I feel like they see a king. They see God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When other people don't see that image of me, and I know that my kids can hear what they saying or all of that, it makes it that much harder for myself as a person just to walk around in my own skin.
What's up, guys? This is Chris Johnson, and we're back with another episode of Underrated and Overrated with my main guy, J.R. Smith. Welcome, Jay.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. So you guys know what? We're going to get right into it. Logan, let's get to it.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Overrated. In the big game, I mean, I know he got a Super Bowl, but I think he's 1-5 in conference championships.
Some crazy number.
So, I right now I would have to. I mean, the way they be talking about Lamar Jackson, I feel like if winning championships and Tom Brady is going to be the quote unquote standard,
right,
and they're going to talk bad about somebody like Lamar, even though he didn't have started a career like that, then Aaron Rodgers got to be overrated.
He's definitely overrated. Now, not to miss out on Tom Brady. I know you didn't ask that question. He the GOAT.
No, for sure.
He the GOAT. Shout out Tom.
Shout out TB,
Plus,
man.
Aaron Rodgers has been to the NFC Championship like 5 straight and lost all 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's what I'm
something
saying.
crazy like that. 2020.
Oh man, it got to be evenly rated. It can't. I mean, it's been a lot going on in 2020.
Man, I think 2020, man, I think 2020 was underrated. For all the stuff that's going on, I don't think, like so much stuff is going on and it kept happening, I don't think people really took the time to like
slow down
and like, not even, I can't say appreciate it, but like in a lot of sense, in a lot of places like mourn. Like, you know, sometimes it takes 6-7 months to get over certain things, and we kept having stuff happening back to back to back to back to back. So it wasn't really a situation to where people got a chance to like really sit and dwell into something because we kept getting hit with stuff. So
it's definitely going in the history books.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely in the history books.
For sure. When we sit back and look at it in time, in 15, 20 years, fortunately, if we're fortunately enough to still be around, we're gonna look at it like, damn, we forgot about this, and we forgot about this to happen. We think about this to happen was going on too. We wasn't even worried about that. That's what I'll be thinking about, man. I try to find a silver lining in everything.
I think 2020 is definitely now underrated too, because when you look at COVID, the presidency, Black Lives Matter, you look at all of Kobe, you look at all the situations that have happened within a matter of 12 months. Yeah. It's definitely gonna be one for the history books.
For sure.
Texas Roadhouse.
What? You know Texas Roadhouse is underrated, baby. Have you ever had the Texas toast?
I never had Texas Roadhouse.
It's off the chain.
I gotta try it.
You got to definitely try it.
Kendrick Lamar.
Underrated, man.
Oh my God.
For the music and the lyrics he be spitting, man, and for me, I feel like he hasn't came out with nothing in a minute, but like it's so in this game or in the modern day life, everything is always like, what have you done for me lately? And so people tend to forget about you so quick and so fast. So I feel like for me, I don't think he's the biggest star as he should be.
Man, I can't even remember one of his songs.
Kendrick Lamar?
No disrespect to Kendrick. I'm just saying, man, like Like,
Kid, Mad City, you remember that album?
yeah, I remember
that
like
album?
one song. Like, I'm trying to think, like,
man.
he's definitely overrated. I know for sure.
Wow. All right. Dogs.
Overrated. Look at him, man. He's sick.
Yeah. What kind of dog you got?
I got 3 French bulldogs.
Oh yeah. They love you.
Nah, I can't lie though. Dogs are believe it or not, it's like I think dogs are evenly rated because for me, it's like as much as he get on my nerves, he'll go to the bathroom in the house or something like that and mess up. As the times when I'm really like, messed up and going through my own emotions and what I got going on just around in life, it's good to have somebody, right there who, just to talk to and mess around with and just play with, just give yourself meaningless 5-10 minutes or whatever, but it means so much to him. You know what I'm saying? So
I think dogs are underrated, and the reason why is it's always been known as man's best friend.
Yeah.
And now that I look back, I notice like my grandparents and people from the country area would always have multiple dogs and things, but when all the kids leave, and like when they just there by themselves, that dog really means a lot. Yeah, so I seen a family dog go through generations, and then when it passed, I seen the impact that it had like on my people. So dogs are definitely underrated because they have this knack for people, and they're very loyal.
Yeah, that's true.
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding is underrated, bro. That shit's so much fun, man. Snowboard is definitely underrated, and you know what's funny about it? People don't realize like that shit is a workout, bro. Like
I never been snowboard. Yeah, I never been
snowboard. You gotta open up your hips and your balance, and you gotta take those falls. Like it's
a technique too.
Yeah, for sure. But it's a real. It ain't nothing to play with though. If you go out that joint playing, you can really hurt yourself.
So where's the place that you snowboarded at for the first time?
The first time I snowboarded was Whistler in Canada. It's out like hour and a half outside of Vancouver. It's beautiful, man. It was amazing.
42, the Jackie Robinson movie.
Underrated. Look at the story it tells. It tells a story about Black history. It tells a story of a man that was, trying to be great at baseball, but also has to face everything as a African American man.
Yeah.
And I think that story can be told over and over again because.
And on top of what you said, it just gives you a real keen eye on what was going on in our history and our time. I mean, it's coming from, Jackie Robinson served in the military and all that stuff, and then still be able to come back and, still be looked at as a Black man and not welcome into this country as a person, as a man, as a human, and his whole culture and his people. You know what I'm saying? He was fighting up against so much stuff, and it just didn't really. To me, it was very inspiring. It was a very inspiring story. It was a very inspiring scene, screenplay. Chadwick Boseman was obviously, rest in peace. But he was obviously one of the greats of our generation. So, to me, it was underrated.
Paris.
I never been, man. That's my daughter's place. You want to go? So.
Wow. I think it's evenly rated. Paris is what Paris is. It's a lot of museums, a lot of attractions, fashion. Obviously, it's fashion capital.
It's expensive. Then.
It's very expensive. A lot of expensive.
That's what that means.
But my experience in Paris was good too because I got to go see the soccer team, and so I didn't realize how big soccer was in Paris, and I didn't know how good that in general. So it's definitely evenly rated. And it's a place that you definitely want to share with your daughter. It's a good place.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yes.
I gotta take her out there.
Second chances.
Second chances.
It's underrated.
Yeah, underrated.
Facts. You tell me what you
third,
think.
fourth, fifth chances is underrated. I mean, I just don't believe in giving up on people, man. For me, as a person that I've grown to be and the person I've been since I was a kid, that's one thing I feel like that hasn't changed about me. I feel like giving people opportunities and giving people chances is part of growth. It's part of their growth, part of your growth.
Yeah.
Knowing, knowing what you can and can't do with certain people, knowing your boundaries and putting those boundaries in place and making sure you stick to them. So for me, I believe in it's underrated for sure.
Definitely underrated. I think there's no perfect person
Yeah.
that has walked this earth. So for us to be judgmental of someone that either make a mistake publicly in front of millions or privately, it doesn't matter. Everyone that decides to change in a direction of positivity should be given the opportunity to be able to move forward. And if you're not given the opportunity, you create it yourself.
I believe that.
Magic Johnson as a top 5 player ever.
Bang, Logan, that's what you're doing?
No disrespect to Laker fans.
Yeah.
I want to chip with them, but that's overrated.
Yeah, I mean, when you start talking top 5, Magic, definitely top 5 point guard ever played.
Point guard for sure.
Point guard.
But you say player?
Player. It's a little different.
Yeah, that's
Even
different.
though he's the ultimate team player from a point guard perspective, and to win all the championships that he had.
100%.
100%. I think he's evenly rated. Magic is exactly who he is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, evenly rated.
Evenly rated.
All right, then who's your top 5 Lakers of all time?
Top 5 Lakers of all time?
Yeah.
Well, obviously Magic will be.
Yeah,
Magic is there. Kobe's there. Kareem, Shaq, Jerry West.
wow. That's a list.
Like that, yeah.
That's a list.
Like that.
It's tough.
Call of Duty.
Man, Call of Duty, bro.
I ain't got a gamer's tag, but I'm just saying. Is it Call of Duty? And it was another game that's out there. We should compare it.
Talking about PUBG.
PUBG.
But I never played PUBG.
Ooh,
Never
okay.
played PUBG, but Call of Duty is so underrated, bro. like I'll really be spending like 6-7 hours straight playing Call of Duty, bro.
Are you nice though?
Nah, I'm not gonna say I'm nice because the dudes that's nice be out there joint playing in the war zone and it's 150. So let me describe Warzone to people.
Yeah.
So Warzone is you jump out of a plane, you and whoever your people is, like you only get max of 5. So you can play quads, you can play trios, you can play duos, you can play singles. So it's 150 to 152 people if it's quads. So you jump out of a plane, there's one area and the maps get smaller with gas and you gotta hunt down everybody in between, and there's objectives and all of that. So in the middle, for me, I average on a game like probably my kill death ratio is like 1.3 something. These dudes that I would consider nice, KD is like 9.4s, 9.7s, 9.8s. They go out there in the war zone, they average 17, 18 kills in the match every time. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna lie. It's been plenty of times. As soon as I get out the helicopter, I die. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say I'm nice. I enjoy it and I play enough to where I can beat the average guys. But to sit there and say I'm nice, I'm not gonna say that.
Look, I'm gonna go play a game of Call of Duty with JR. We're gonna film it. I know I'm probably gonna be trash, but I'm gonna get the experience. You guys, we check that out.
Doubters.
Doubters?
Oh, they definitely underrated. You need doubters. You need people to doubt you. And reason being, let me give you an example. Just the other night, Braun missed a shot at the elbow in Cleveland. Okay, it was at the end of the quarter. Somebody got overly excited and was clapping, and they showed the back angle, and I seen it today, to where they were clapping like overly exerted. But Braun seen it, and he acknowledged it. He acknowledged it with this right here, but then he acknowledged it with a dominant fourth quarter and finished with 44 points in the game. And at the end of the game, in the interview, he addressed and said, somebody was overly excited. He may not have went to that level. It was 46, my bad, 46.
That was like 46, 8, 7, and
Crazy.
4 or something like that.
But in that doubting moment, it gave him some juice that he may not have cranked into if he wasn't no doubter there. So I think doubters are necessary, man. They're definitely underrated.
It's I fall in between evenly rated and overly rated because for me, like it all started with the love of the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my love and passion for the game should never deter because somebody else is doubting me for what they feel as though I can do. Now, granted, it can motivate me.
Right.
But the doubters, I just think it's just, if you fall in love with the game so much and consistently over and over again keep falling in love with the game, the doubters, I mean, you won't even see them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about, like, Kobe never seen him. Like, you think about Kobe, there's a commercial that came out, I think somebody had posted it, and it was like, Kobe, you suck, Kobe, you suck, Kobe, you suck. He was just sitting there like, and it wasn't like, and for Kobe, you know, like he was motivated by the individual matchup just between somebody else thinking that they was the best. You know what I'm saying? That's like, yeah, that's for me. That's my motivation. For like, it's never been about, oh, I gotta prove these people wrong, or I gotta keep proving myself wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
When I prove myself to be right, or what I know I can do, it feels that much better because you only gotta. It's not like it's vengeance. You gotta shove it in somebody's face. I want a ring with the Lakers and all that, and people was doubting me and all this. Oh, what happened this game and your career's over, and you come back and win the chips. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm back to work.
Yeah. Exactly.
I ain't gotta sit here and flaunt for y'all. Everybody, y'all know what it is.
Right.
So I got 2 times next to my name.
2 times. 2 times. Now I got 2 questions, Lo, for JR that are overrated, underrated. Okay. Since he said championship, you ain't gotta elaborate on it. Is winning a championship overrated or underrated? That feeling in the locker, because everybody, your memes are everywhere when it comes to the locker room, the championship, but it's a lot of work to go into it. But is that overrated or is that underrated?
So I give you 2 answers. For me, it's underrated in the sense of the accomplishments that the things that you went throughout your life and throughout your process to get to where you at. That was the first thing I thought about. Like, if you go back and when we won it in Cleveland,
right,
it was, the ball was going up and I just couldn't stop jumping in the air, looking, just jumping, because I was sitting there looking and envisioning every moment, ever since I was a kid playing Big League. My mom take me to practice, stopping at 7-Eleven to get Slurpees. Who was with me and my cousins, my brother, like my dad when he was coaching with me. And I literally thought about that all the way from Biddy League from AAU basketball to McDonald's All-American games to Round Ball Classic games to ABCD camps, and from my rookie year to my second year to my third year, and I was putting all of those pictures and images in my head, and it just kept rushing and coming. So I just kept jumping and jumping, and that excitement, it was so overwhelming. It was just like, it was something it was a high that you always wanted to feel consistently, and so for me, in that sense, it was underrated.
Wow, that's dope.
Now, Lakers championship, overrated because we didn't have a chance to actually celebrate with your people. You know what I'm saying? So you locked in a bubble. It was great because it was great in the sense of, you know what I mean, you with your boys, you with the people you started with. It was like 30-something people when you put it into your, but the fans. The fans was you miss the fans, you miss your family, the atmosphere of playing in the Game 7 and coming back and being down 3-1 and all of that with the fans, and I couldn't even hear myself think out there. To come from that to being, yo, down pick, yeah, let's go. Like, it really sounded like this in there. It was just like, you gotta really, for some people it was so hard because you gotta create your own energy. Like, for me, it was difficult at times because I play so much off of the fans. Like, when I make moves and people, when I hear the crowd and roar and stuff like that, when I get into my shots and my rhythms, I'm already basing it off of the whole environment that I'm, you know what I'm saying? So when you get into a full game and nobody's there, it was just like, it was so eerie, man. It was so wicked.
So that leads to my last question. Tattoos.
Yeah.
Tattoos, are they underrated or overrated?
Overrated.
They overrated?
They overrated.
Okay.
Tattoos is overrated because for me, I can't be who I want to be and still look like this. You know what I'm saying? Like for so many people, this dictates who I am.
Because they can't see past.
They can't see past the tats, and you know what I'm saying.
Which is a
Stuff
character.
like that, which is, you're right.
It's a character.
It's at the end of the day, I feel like for my spirit, my soul, people who know me, I feel like they know who I am.
Exactly.
I feel like they know I'm genuinely a good person.
Amazing
You know what I'm
person.
saying? For people who speculate and, you know, say a little slick shit or, you know, for their little 2-3 minutes on, you know, they fame and don't really get the time to know somebody, it's hard because that's, you know what I'm saying, for me, I feel like I lost out on so much money just as being a marketable person. You know what I'm saying? I'm very well, I can represent myself where I can go speak to people and stuff like that, but at the same time, when they see me looking like this, they don't want to give me no money to be in the front of the Wheaties box.
Young people, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all listen to this.
It's cool, like it's cool and it's fun and all that. It's dope for the culture and all that shit, but the culture ain't feeding you. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna put no money in your pocket. That clout ain't. I mean, like I got kids. I got 4 kids, and when they look at me, I feel like they see a king. They see God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When other people don't see that image of me, and I know that my kids can hear what they saying or all of that, it makes it that much harder for myself as a person just to walk around in my own skin.
I feel the same way, and I've told my kids that with the tattoos that I have, I'm actually looking to get them removed. And I've told this story over and over again. I thought it would, you know, tattoos would be art and can tell a story, but looking at it now from the other perspective, I definitely think they're overrated. I think it's something that should be thought out.
Yeah.
And you know, with being able to remove them now got me intrigued. And so I'm more on that side. Hey, listen guys, that's been another episode of Underrated and Overrated. I think the best episode yet. Make sure you drop your comments below. Make sure you hit that button and subscribe to our channel today. And make sure at the end of the day, whether it's good or bad, just hoop. Yeah.